Hello, 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 and welcome to session 4 of this masterclass about how to create your body out of thin air. What a journey we've been on. It's just understanding all the invisible things that go on in the background that have a massive effect on you physically, to do with your DNA, your chemical culprits, what else we talked about. Your thoughts create things, your feelings create form. And today we are talking about the chemical culprits that have a massive, massive effect on your body, and how we can sort of understand that they're really turned up high when we can feel that they're turned up high in our body, so become more feeling sensitive beings. On the inside, we can actually understand what chemicals are running through our body and how we can actually turn them off, and how we can actually go about and turn the other chemicals that are absolutely amazing at creating your body the way you want to create it, how we can turn those on. So this is all about what we're going to be doing today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Fantastic. I'm so honoured and grateful for what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling, the journeys that you've been on, what you want to release, and what's been going on for you on a physical mental level as well. Yesterday we were talking about torture and trauma. Torture, yeah, well, torture, yeah, because basically you're torturing your soul when you feel any of those things, when any of those things are still going on in and around your body. So we're here to sort of change our perspective about how we can create our body out of thin air. Fiona, what does that mean? Create it out of thin air. How can I create anything out of thin air? It's exactly what we're talking about this week. Because just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Now, I've had this image for a long time that unless you can see it, you can't grab hold of it and you can't really get it to work for you. That's why food and exercise are always the things that are deemed to make a massive impact on your body. But to be perfectly honest, I hope you're understanding that that's really only about 10% of the whole picture, when you can work on these other elements. So no matter what diet you're on, whatever you're eating, healthily, whatever, sometimes that's right and sometimes that's wrong for your body. We'll be talking more about that tomorrow. But just because you can see it and feel it and taste it and eat it and consume it or resist it or reduce it, you think you're making a big impact on your body. It has far less to do with what you eat and how much exercise you take. So we're going to break that myth. This is what this week is all about. Being able to create your body out of thin air, being able to change your thoughts and perspectives about your body. God, wouldn't it be nice if you could just wake up and just like, oh my God, I love my body. That is what we're after, after all. But, you know, I know, having been on the same journey that you're on, love my body? Don't be ridiculous. How can I love my body until it actually looks the way that I want it to look, and I'll be able to love it? That is all the journey to do with the soul, and this is what we're all about. But today, we're all about that to do with the chemical culprits and how we're triggering those, what's happening when we flood our body with the particular chemical set. And we could be using a different chemistry set. So back to school, ladies, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about the chemistry that goes on in your body and what you can do to turn that around. I asked a question in an earlier session yesterday about where you feel on your safe and stressed scale. Now, a lot of answers are coming back saying, yeah, I feel pretty safe. It's about a 7, it's about an 8, it's about a 5, it's about a 9. That's great. Normally when I feel into women, because I'm a body whisperer and I can actually feel what you're feeling, giving your permission when I'm on a one-to-one, when I'm listening to you and all those kind of things, I can actually feel what you're feeling. And I guarantee you, if you think you're about a 7, but you're still struggling with your weight, there'll be something else going on there as well. We were talking about what were we talking about yesterday? We were talking about that yesterday. The words escape me. Oh, cellular memory. That's it. You see, memory gone. That's my soul having a laugh with me, because we're going to talk about memory and why she takes my memory away from me. Talking about cellular memory, the trauma, what things have been going on for you. Now, if you say that you're an 8 or a 9 or a 7 on, you're like, yeah, I feel safe in my body. but you're still suffering with body weight and eating issues and those kind of things, very, very, very frequently, I can say like 90% of the time, it has to do with the chemicals that are still running around your body. Now, these chemicals are triggered by certain things. The cellular memory, the stories that we have going in, on, and around our head from the past, they're in the background, but also our operation, our mode of operation during the day. We've gotten so used to running around, making great big lists of things to do, feeling really responsible, firefighting, taking care of other people, building up our business. What else? A list of things to do, like, for example, I've got to order a new window for my car, got to sort out the holidays in the summer, if we're going to have any, get the garden fixed because the wall fell down, that's still going on, carry on with my teaching lessons, carry on with my clients, somebody's birthday today, make sure that's all organised, blow up balloons, make cakes. Now, as a woman, we deal with so many things to do with other people. A lot of it is that, well, if I take care of them, perhaps they'll do the same for me. Perhaps they'll take care of me. It doesn't often happen that way. But I can feel what that feels like in the body. It's like, oh my God, I've got so much to get through today. I've got so much to do. At the end of the day, it's like, oh, I only got like 2 things done from my list. I can't believe that took so long. And that person never rang me back. On your mind constantly. There's like a constant trickle of information. I mean, what's the thoughts and the amount of thoughts you have running through your head every single second? It's like, oh my God, that's incredible. Why would I want to think that much? Why would I want to be on guard, vigilant, looking for things to do? We have become addicted to the chemicals that run through our body. And I want to try and explain that to you. We've become addicted to the need for drama. Because of past experiences, we are on this level of a high because we feel that's normal. That's us in our life. That's us feeling alive. That's us operating. That's us dealing with things. That's us keeping on top of things. That's how we live, and that's how we work. And if we weren't doing that, the terror, the fear of not being so on the ball, so juggling so many things and being so capable, being so intelligent, being so switched on, well, who would I be then? Well, I'd just disappear then, wouldn't I? I wouldn't exist, I'd die. All those terrifying thoughts, if you didn't have all of that going on, all that stimulation going on. What happens then is, because we're so used to that amount of stimulation, we also stimulate ourselves with food. And so a lot of sugars are needed for a body that's running on this kind of high all the time. We become sugar addicts. And I don't just mean sweet things. Even ladies who prefer savoury things are still sugar addicts. We are still needing that fuel in our body because it's just being depleted all the time by what we're feeling, because we're running all the time, because we're thinking so much. Have you any idea how much fuel it takes to keep a mind that is just like whirring all of the time? Can you imagine? It's like an engine that's just going, but your body's not, because it feels exhausting. I know that when I've been very, very physical, I used to water ski a lot at the weekends, years and years and years ago, I was still able to think. But if I'd had a really taxing, difficult day with clients and phone calls and selling this and looking for that and taxing, like so many things to remember, and then trying to get home, sort everything out that was going on there, I couldn't think. I was exhausted, mind and body. But I knew that if I'd done physical exercise and I was physically exhausted, I could still think. So that's just a demonstration to show you how much energy it takes to keep your busy, occupied, incredibly, extremely intelligent, on guard, whirring mind going. And your mind is terrified of being switched off. So we will never switch your mind off because we need your mind. And I've got a really cool exercise for you today. Now then, your body has been in battle for survival. So as it's in battle for survival, due to cellular memory, oh look, I remembered it, due to what's going on during the day, due to being addicted to the drama, being turned on, being right, okay, battle stations, let's get as much done today as possible. Your body is in survival mode. It is in fight or flight mode, no matter what you say. Even if you try and meditate, you're like, whoa. As soon as you're out of that, right, okay, get up, go, boom, let's hit the road running, hit the deck running, let's get all this other stuff done. Exhausting. Survival mode. Your body's in battle. Yeah, that word again. Your body's in a battle. It's fight or flight. And when your body is fight or flight, certain chemicals are released into your body and they flood your body. And it's working, you're working on adrenaline. And I don't know if you've ever heard the stories of like people who come back from being in battle and combat. They are adrenal fatigued. They are exhausted because it's just been go physically, but mentally on guard the whole time. Ladies, you're not doing anything different. I absolutely guarantee you're not doing anything different at all. Now, for ladies in particular, when we are on the go like that, battle stations all day long, just on the go, because we've become so addicted to it, so used to it, that's the way we live. Adrenaline is also releasing, then the next thing that gets releasing is insulin and cortisol. Now, those two hormones have a massive effect on the body. Now, if anybody's into hormones, they'll understand where those hormones get eventually stored. Because of your blood sugar level and all the rest of it, they make you crave sugar, one thing or another, because you are depleted. They get stored around the waistline. Extra to that, women in their 50s, anybody who's going perimenopause, menopause, that kind of thing, because estrogen and progesterone are at the opposite end of the scale, the belly reacts and you lose your waistline. There's more testosterone in your body than estrogen and progesterone, and you're not that young girl anymore, and your hormones are kind of like, oh my God, what's going on? Not only do we lose our mind, but this is all going on in your body. So we need to be able to look at that, change your perspective, change your fuel system, and have a way to access the fuel that we've stored. Your body goes into storing fuel because your body's going, because of your reptile brain who's on guard the whole time, fight or flight mode. She's like, store fuel, we're going to need this soon. Store some more because we're going to need some more. Even if she's restricting her diet, even if she's suppressing her food, even if she's not eating very much, every single thing she eats, bloody hell, store it. We need that energy because she's ready for battle the whole time. Any time the shoe might drop, we might need to stand up and fight. We need that energy in reserve. You have got reserves that you are not allowing yourselves to enter because of the hormones that you're pushing around your body. Not nice, huh? So today we're talking about the chemical culprits and how on earth can we change these around so that we're not triggering the massive release of adrenaline, cortisol, and insulin. You know, those are just the three basic ones. You know, when you get to a certain age, you can't change your progesterone and estrogen around. I know that a lot of ladies go on to HRT and things like that, but that doesn't really help. Unbeknown to you, your body has also become addicted to this state, addicted to this physical state and the chemicals that are going around your body because like they keep you going. And this is why also then you crave the sugars. I know I'm repeating myself. You crave the sugars. You crave the caffeine. Caffeine, that is different to caffeine and caffeine and tannin from your teas. You are literally seeking out where you can get the next stimulant to keep you continually in that drive mode. Your poor body. Your poor body is on edge the whole bloody time. One of the things that I do with ladies and changed my perception completely is understanding that whatever you feel in your body, your soul is feeling. She is feeling like you're on high alert, you're ready for battle, you're disliking her, you're saying really mean things to her, like, come on, what are you doing? I've restricted you, I'm practically eating nothing and you still won't let go of the weight. Oh my God, what's going on? Your soul is feeling all of that. And she's protecting you and she's looking for like, oh my God, what's happening? What's going on? Your volume is turned up so high that you're not hearing the messages that she's sending to you. As a body whisperer, I understand the messages that she's sending to you, and often she'll use your weight or your eating to get you to a point when you just kind of go, holy moly, I can't deal with this anymore. I really can't stand having no energy and I can't stand the way I look. What is going on? Please help me out. What is going on? And because you've ignored your soul for so long, you've kicked her under the stairs and you're not connected to her, you don't understand what's going on in your body, you keep forcing diets and you keep forcing different kinds of eating and you keep berating yourself for eating those biscuits or eating the cake or drinking the wine or whatever. And she's like, God, why don't you just listen? Why don't you just understand? There's something, you don't need to be running full speed ahead and dealing with all those fires all the time, every single day. You've got me swallowing adrenaline, cortisol and insulin when we could really be in a completely different state. So it's well known about cortisol and insulin and the effect that they have on the body. And what we need to be able to now is learn how we can turn the volume down on those and how we can turn the volume up on the hormones that allow you to access the cells and what you've stored in those cells for fuel for a later date. There are two hormones in particular, it's leptin and the growth hormone. Now, they are not being triggered and they're being locked down, and your body can't take any more insulin, and you've maybe heard of insulin resistance. So this is what happens on a physical level. Because your body just cannot operate anymore in the way that you've been doing it. And it's not just because of the food and the diet, you know, the cravings for the sugar and all the rest of it. It's because of the amount of stress that you're under, that you are allowing insulin, adrenaline, and cortisol, to name the three bad guys, there are other ones, to run and flood your body the whole time. So let's turn those down. And let's get into leptin and let's get into growth hormone. A woman taking care of herself is working on a different premise. She's working in a different mode. She's taking care of herself first, second, and third. She's being selfish, but in a womanly way. She's not just sitting there doing sweet FA. She's taking care of herself in a womanly way. She's being selfish to her own needs. She is listening to her body. She is steadily releasing dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, nitric oxide, the leptin and the growth hormone, all along with that. And she is just in a completely different state. Shoulders are down, belly is relaxed. She doesn't have all the need for the drama in her life. She is so sure of herself on the inside. She feels at home wherever she is, who's ever around her. She knows exactly how she feels. She's able to go, ooh, that's me, that's me, that's me. I'm here. I know how to connect in with myself. Not through yoga or meditations and things like that. You can do it with your eyes open. You can, you know, when I've been at a table or something like that and there's an argument going on, or there's just like hyper energy, hyper activity, I'm just kind of go, whoa, let's just, you know, get back to me for a while, because we're sensitive. Remember, we're empathic. We can feel all of what's going on. We don't need to have it at ours. We can say, is that mine? No, it's not my energy at all. Is it someone else's? Oh, yes, it's someone else's energy. I don't need to take that on for myself. I don't need to own it. I don't need to hold it. I don't need to let their drama, this is good, listen to this. I don't need to let their drama and their need to get something done in a hurry and a rush make me the firefighter. I don't need to feel that just because they are. Often, ladies, because we are empathic, we are sensitive beings, we're picking up what other people are feeling and we're taking it on as our own. When you become sensitive to how you feel, get to really know yourself deep, 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 deep down inside, where your home is, where your soul sits, you'll know what's yours, what someone else's or something else's energy, and you'll just not need to take that on for yourself. You won't need to be scared or worried. You will have the best support ever. This is the soul journey. This is when you find the peace with food. This is when you begin to love your body and honor your soul. You've kicked her under the stairs for way too long. She's like that lost, abandoned dog that's all bruised and scabby, and you just throw food in every now and again and go, oh, eat that. Or you've restricted food saying, you're fat, don't love you. But she's still there. She's still there. Your soul is always there, waiting for you under the stairs, waiting to give you the love that you deserve, waiting for you to give her the love. Now, women are very special in the fact that we don't necessarily do things for ourselves. We seem to be programmed and wired that we do things for other people first. So, well, let's not change that, but let's just find the person that you really, the being that you really want to take care of and be selfish with and put self first, second, and third before you deal with someone else's problems, or not at all. Just like, no, I'm not dealing with that today. I come first. I'm going to have a Super Soul Sunday, which is what I often do. And I'm like, I'm not running around after anyone else. I'm not being taxi service. I'm not going to paint that wall. I'm not going to do it. You know what? I need my morning. And I'll be much happier to help anyone out because I'll be in a better place to do it. This is when you meet your soul, when you understand your soul, you'll do it for her because she has been with you lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, supporting you, taking care of you, just as she is in this lifetime. She loves you to the moon and back, but further, galaxies and back, beyond, 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 beyond. She loves you beyond. It's so nice to share with you. So nice to get you into that state. So this is the story for ladies who eat healthy, go on a diet, restrict their food, exercise like crazy or not, but they still cannot get into the stored fat. They still cannot get in there because of the chemicals that we're putting around our body. Our beautiful, beautiful body that houses our soul. If you could find your soul, if you could work with your soul, if you could know your soul, hear what she's saying to you, if you could know how much she loved you, oh my God, more than any parent was ever able to love you, because he just didn't have the capacity. More than any partner could ever love you for you to feel safe, like safe in someone's arms. They are a bonus. They are a complete and utter bonus to being connected and loved by your soul. So that's what I want to do with you right now. I want you to just be able to hear two reactions within your body. And you can ask anything from your body and your soul when you have this, when you are able to understand this. So this is what it's going to look like when everything is like 180 degrees turned around. Because even if you're eating well, your body is still storing fat, holding on to fat, still in fight and flight mode, still dealing with cellular memory. I remember that again. Still dealing with the firefighting and dealing with everyone else's emotions and dramas and everything around you. A woman who has access to her fat store, she's doing two things right. Two things. She's triggered leptin and growth hormone. She's in dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, nitric oxide. She's in that state. And she no longer has her volume turned on so high on alert. And she's able to trigger all these other chemicals in her body. She's taking care of herself. She's on the happy clappy drugs. Instead of the fight and flight drugs, she's on the happy clappy drugs. She feels really, really safe. So ladies, even if you say you are on 7 or an 8 or a 9, yeah, I feel safe in my body. There's no safer feeling than when you are reconnected and you are in touch with your soul. So I'm just going to take a drink and then I'm just going to take you through a little. I'm doing a video. Can you be patient, please? Sweet pea. Alrighty, so perfect timing. Yeah, so you're on the happy clappy drugs, and this is where we want you to be. But first of all, I want you to be able to understand when your body is saying yes to you or when your body is saying no to you. So this is a very simple exercise that I always start people off with, and it's just being able to play. I always play. We have to play with our bodies. It's a game. It's not hard work. It's not a struggle. And the more you can see it does not work, but play, it's just a better place to be, a better perspective to have when you're within your body. So doing what we did recently, focusing very gently on an object in front of you, keeping your gaze straight on that particular object, not straying from that, laser focusing on that object, on that dot, on the wall, whatever it is. Bringing your body into a peaceful state, going inside, listening to the sound in your ears. Maybe there's a ringing or a clicking. I have tinnitus, so I have ringing in my ears. Always brings me back. Listen to your heartbeat. Feel it pounding in your body. Go inside your body. Get to know your body on a slightly different level. You can do this in an instant. This is the whole fun of it all. It doesn't matter where you are. You can be in a train station, in a queue in Sainsbury's. It doesn't matter. Go inside your body. Listen to your breathing, your heartbeat, the sound in your ears, and whatever's touching your skin. You know, the temperature that you're at. If you've got your hands touching each other, just feel the touch. So you're getting into your senses. Allow yourself in your body and lower your overthinking mind, your awareness, your consciousness down into your body. Let it rest in your body just for a minute. And when you're in this state, allow yourself to ask yourself, and you can say it inside your head or you can say it outside, please show me my definitive direction for yes. You can do this standing up. I can do it sitting down, standing up. And it's not just that you get a sway with your body, but you'll actually feel different inside your body eventually as well. You'll know it. You'll know the feeling inside your body. So again, quieten yourself down. Noise inside your ears, touch on your skin. Body, please show me my definitive direction for yes. Thank you. Body, please show me my definitive direction for no. Thank you. One more time. Body, please show me my definitive direction for no. My body concertina is down when I get a no, and I drop forward. I'm going to ask you to ask yourself a few more questions now while you're in this state. Keeping your gaze forward, your body very still, listening to the sound in your ears. Body, please show me, give me a sensation of how much you love me. Please amplify that. Please, body, show me how much you love me. Hopefully you got some sort of sensation in your body. Body, are you ready to play with me? Thank you. Body and soul, are you ready to have peace with food? Thank you. Body, are you ready to do what it takes so that I can love you? Body, are you ready to let the soul come through and navigate in this body? Thank you, body and soul. I love you. Be very peaceful just for now. The only aspect of this you need to understand is knowing your yes and knowing your no direction, and that it is your body and your soul that send you those messages. And the more sensitive you can be to those messages, the more you'll understand whether you're picking up somebody else's stress, something else's stress, the stress that's held within the building, that you don't need to be in that drama and in that stress anymore. Because when you are releasing chemicals. So as soon as you know that you're in a particular place of stress and you're not feeling safe or relaxed or connected to your body, you will be releasing certain chemicals. You're always releasing chemicals, but you have the choice which chemicals you get to release. Do you want the happy clappy? Or do you want the panic, stressed and firefighting chemicals? I hope this has been helpful. I'm here to help you create your body out of thin air. I work with journeys to do with soul-to-soul connection, my soul with your soul, so that you can get into a body that you love and that responds very, very well to what you're doing and what you're telling her and what you're feeling. And you can create not just your body, but you can create better finances, you can create better relationships when you are partnered with your soul. So I'm going to love you and leave you. We've done a good half hour today. And yes, assignment. I would like to know, when you've done your yes and your no, how that works for you. Did you go yes? Did you go no? What direction did you get? You can also ask your body, not just like, please show me how much you love me. How did that feel in your body? But please show me how safe we are. Where are we on the stress scale? Is it 1? Is it 2? And you'll get your yes and your no. Do you want to meet me, soul? Yeah, anything that's a yes and no question, and just start playing with it. Start having fun with it. I mean, I'm all about playing this game of life so that you can feel more alive in your body and you can stop putting around the chemicals that have had an influence and an effect on your body so far. We can change that all around. Any other assignments that I have for you other than using the yes and the no? Yes. Are you ready to have peace with food and peace with your body and know your soul? Just give that a yes or a no. Have fun today, ladies. Let me know how you're doing with this little technique that is just a lifesaver, believe me. You can sit anywhere and stand anywhere and understand the chemicals that are running through your body. It is just such a different life, such a different experience. So let's get happy and clappy with that. Hope you've enjoyed. Right. See you later. Bye.